Hello my friends, welcome to Pro Am Strings. I'm Henriette and today in our series of Halloween songs we're playing In Orbit from the Fiddle Time Scales book. This is Fiddle Time Scales 1. I'll play it for you first. And this is such a lovely song, and I wanted to include this in the Halloween playlist because it's a little bit spooky in a way, isn't it? This piece contains lots of harmonics, and I'll show you how to play these first before we do anything else. So our first harmonic is in the second bar of the second line, and it's this one here. Now strings have this interesting capability of flipping up an octave if you split them in half. So if I think about the string length from here, from the nut to the bridge, that's where halfway is, and I just need to touch it very lightly, and instead of a low D, this string will sound as a high D. Now I play it with my fourth finger because I've measured out that if I lay my hand against the violin here and I stretch my fourth finger, it's exactly there. So you can have a little trick for yourself like that. That depends on each person's individual hand shape and violin size, of course. It is about 2 centimeters above the rim of the violin here. All you need to do is leave all your other fingers off and just gently touch it very, very gently with your pinky or with any other finger, and bow it quite strongly. And then you'll find it. Now if I hop across to the A string, I get my next harmonic. It's in the exact same place except then on the A string. That's it. And this is the harmonic that you can find at the end of line 2 in your music. So that's this one here. Again, I'm touching the string super lightly with my left hand and I'm having a very strong bow. Suddenly it sounds. And it is because I split the string into 2 equal halves. So between the nut and the bridge, and I'm right in the middle here. And that is lovely, isn't it? I don't need to do very much at all. Now then our third set of harmonics in the third line is the same as the first one. It's that one again. And then right at the end I've got another harmonic, and this is the one here. And that is just where my normal third finger would be. And you can find it there. This one's a little bit harder to let it sound very clearly, and you may have to bow even more strongly. There we are. Very nice. So we've sorted out our harmonics now. Let's have a look now at the beginning of this piece where we play the double stops. And I want you to get the angle precisely right by adjusting the level of your right elbow. Okay, and that is how we measure out that we're playing on the A string and D string together. If you find yourself accidentally playing only the D string, your elbow may be a little bit too high, so drop it down slightly until you hit them both. And you can actually see, so look here, you can see when you touch both strings. And then we do a little circle in the air. It says orbit, orbit in my book. So your bow orbits off the string. And then you can look to see that you catch both strings and adjust your elbow levels here if you need to. Orbit again. Again, adjust your elbow levels if you need to. That's it. Now, for those of you who've already learned this, you may want to work on very flexible fingers whilst you orbit the bow. So I come down on the string with my fingers more bent. Can you see how they're bending fingers in this way are acting like shock absorbers. If I was to have my fingers straight, I might crash into the string like that, and we don't want that. So in the air my fingers are bending, and then they are my shock absorbers here on the string. Okay, so let's practice this first line again, shall we? Let's just go over our bow hold, and I want you to make sure that your middle finger and thumb are exactly opposite each other when you hold the bow, and then you've got a little gap here and you've got a little gap there, and your pinky is resting on the side edge there. Okay, and you can see how flexible my pinky is, and I want you to perhaps work on that a little bit this week, so that you advance your violin technique at the same time as having fun playing Halloween songs, you see. So, let's get you going from the start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch your fingers and now bend your fingers. Bend your fingers in the air. Improving already. Now I like to watch the Olympics, and I always, especially the Winter Olympics, and I like to watch ski jumping. And why is that? As a violinist, I'm interested how people can fall out of the sky and then land on the snow without crashing their knees. And there's a very great similarity between coming from the air and coming into the string. Now, you know that ski jumpers will have very flexible knees. These are our flexible fingers. And you can see my ski jumper coming closer and closer to the ground and landing without crashing into the string. Why don't you practice that with me right now? So in the air, bend your fingers and come down closer and closer until you've got a soft landing. Come closer and closer. Now let's do the same thing on the A and E strings. So bend your fingers in the air. Look at your contact point. Where are you going to land with the bow? And make it a soft landing. Let's do that again. Oh, that's good. Softer still if you can. So what we want to avoid is that slamming into the string, you see. So try it again on the D and A strings. Really soft landing, please. And again, just the landing we're practicing. One more time. And now one more time on the A and E strings. And there we go. Oh, very nice. Great. So this is what you're going to be thinking about when you play the first line. Let's now think about the second line a bit. In the second line, we have got a normal first finger on the D string, close together. Okay, so my first finger is an E and it's a normal first finger. Whereas in the second half of the second line, I've got a B flat. And not only that, I've also got a C sharp. So we've got a tone and a half interval between fingers 1 and 2 there. B flat and C sharp. Shall we just practice that a couple of times? So A, B flat, C sharp, and again, A, B flat, C sharp, and now let's get back to the beginning of line 2 again, where we play D, E. So this finger is a little bit higher than when we had it on the A string. And now second finger close together. That's it. And now let's slur it and join up the whole of the second line. Well done if you can do that. Very, very good. You may also have noticed that as soon as I play the D in the second bar of the second line, my hand is already going up. See? And that makes me on time for the harmonic. So please be careful that you don't wait by moving up until you've got to hit the harmonic, because that will make you late, you see. And we can use the open D string here very nicely. That gives us a little bit more time. Now then, shall we now join the whole song up from the beginning to the end? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done, well done, very, very nice. Now, I'd like you to now think of ways how you can make this song more mysterious sounding. How can you do that, do you think? I think we can add some more dynamics. So perhaps go louder in the first line and then maybe a little bit quieter for the second half of this song. Another thing you can do is put a little accent on this note here. See, that makes it a little bit more spooky. Same here. Okay, and that makes it just a little bit more mysterious sounding. One last thing you can do towards the end is go really slowly here. And try to hold that harmonic really long. Right, final time we're going to play this song, and I want you to play it as mysteriously as you possibly can. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was nice, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed that. If you have enjoyed it, feel free to share this video with your friends who are also violinists, and please write your comments in the comments section below. I will get to see these, and I promise you I'll get back to you. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Goodbye.